There we go. Hi, chat. How are we doing? Welcome to Dogwave. Oh, how is everyone? Let me catch up on chat. Let me make sure everything's okay. Welcome Hurtbox. Welcome Chill. Welcome Annie. Welcome Maverick. Welcome Benji. Welcome... Is he Hurtbox? I didn't say Hurtbox. Welcome Hurtbox. Gabby, Hero, Rose, Sly Maverick, Lolbert. Everyone, welcome. Welcome, Liberty.
Yes. Hello.
It is just, well, I would say it's just me, but I'm the only one streaming tonight.
Yeah, I'm tired. And I want to play Border Guard right now.
Border Guard?
Mm-hmm.
Are you playing mod tonight?
I'm playing Papers, Please.
Oh, fair.
The only game where you can be autistic about numbers.
Holy thickness. Yeah. Gabby, this is Akko's primary model.
People not seen my model in it?
I'm
confused.
It has been a little bit. You primarily use the other one or the clown. Welcome Kitty, welcome Requiem, welcome Festiva, welcome Internet Zen Master, welcome everyone. Yeah. How was your week?
My week was just fine. I was planning on getting my stuff for work done, but the drug place was closed on Friday, so I have to wait till to do it tomorrow, unfortunately. Okay. I'm going to go tomorrow to get my drug test done, and then hopefully by Wednesday or Thursday I can start working.
Whoa!
I mean, like, I haven't had any drugs in my system pretty much ever, so I don't expect that'll be an issue.
Yeah, no, it won't be an issue. My Hero Academia chat, stay winning. Fuck One Punch Man. Yeah, One Punch Man had the animation studio.
I saw that.
Openly used AI.
And aren't they like
it was either
having
AI
problems?
Or it's really poor animation.
I think it's AI because of all the fingers.
Yeah, probably AI.
That's just me though.
Indeed. Oh, my week has been fun. We had Thanksgiving. I'm sure everyone had Thanksgiving. How was everyone's Thanksgiving?
I think mine was good. I ate the meats Thanksgiving. Hung out with people that I liked.
Did you have the food coma?
No, because I mostly just had meat. You know, I had Italian meats.
Mm-hmm.
But so no, I didn't really have a food coma.
Good.
I have been having a little bit of, I don't know if it's I don't think it's seasonal depression. I think that's pretty retarded.
No, that is,
yeah. I have just been like really tired recently, and I am trying to beat that before I start work.
Right.
And I don't really know what's causing it, honestly. I've just woken up, felt like not doing anything, and then gone back to bed.
You know what? You have those days. Those days do exist. Oh.
But yeah.
Good. Well, chat, today is actually the last day of November, which means we are, I'm going to say it, we are now in the final month of the year.
Indeed it is.
Can you believe we're already this close to finishing 2025?
That is pretty crazy, not gonna lie.
I feel like this year just went.
It kind of has. This year has just kind of been like a rush.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm kind of just happy that we are done with it, you know?
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, absolutely.
But, you know, I think next year will be an even better year.
I do too.
You know?
Next year, there's so many things coming.
We have a lot of games coming next year.
So, I've said it repeatedly, and I intend to keep saying it.
Mm-hmm.
I really hope 2026 is a horrible year for gaming. And I don't mean like a horrible year like I want it to just suck. across the board. I don't want that.
Uh-huh.
I want it to be games I don't care about.
Like what?
GTA 6 is a great example. I don't care.
Fair enough.
But I want to be able to go to the rest of my backlog and look and just be like, okay, anything I picked up in 2025 with the intention of playing it in 2025, I want to finally tackle this year. A couple cases point, Stellar Blade and Final Fantasy Tactics, I've not touched either of them. I'd like to. And we have the Steam stuff coming out, so we have the Steam Frame, Steam Machine, Steam Controller.
Right. That comes out next year. We were talking about that earlier today. We about just how that could be. Oh, what was the word? But it's just like I feel like that has the potential of doing a lot because of just like the lack of stuff from Nvidia, I guess you could say.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
I'm trying to like wrap my head around it.
No, you're good. You are okay. I'm just waiting for the Fate Extra record release date since 2023. Yeah, the Fate Extra remake is a thing. I know some people that were very excited about that, and then they went quiet on it. Admittedly, I'm okay with them going quiet as long as it means it's still being worked on.
Mhm.
Picked up in 2025 and want to play. Welcome to my life since 2021. Yep. Welcome to my life since forever. You see the old deck model going like 319. Yeah, the 256 LCD Steam Deck model is on sale right now for Black Friday. So, chat.
Oh, don't forget, by the way, we still have Cyber Monday too.
Yeah, Cyber Monday. I actually made one final purchase. I'm not making any more big purchases for like Black Friday, Cyber Monday stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I made one though, and that was a new webcam. So this is gonna be the last stream.
I think you told me about
one
that,
I'm using now.
It's the Elgato one, right?
The Elgato Mark II.
Mm-hmm.
It's the one you use.
Yes, it is. It is.
So, and I can now confirm for certain there is something in the works, and hopefully, maybe we'll see. It might be done in the new year.
Oh, for the model?
Well, yes, kind of.
Yes. I mean, like, what else would it be about, my man?
I mean, fair. But yeah, we'll see something around with that. Soon, hopefully.
Hopefully, yes. Oh, excuse me.
So, we got some news tonight.
We do. It's a bit of a week, hasn't it?
It's been another kind of slow week.
Again, I disagree.
Well, in terms of what Dogwave is, it's been slow. In terms of drama stuff, it hasn't.
Okay. I'll start us off here then.
Okay.
You're not showing anything on your screen, by the way.
I know. I wanted to make sure something was open before we got to work. So,
oh, that's a fun thing to start with.
Destiny 3 is supposedly in early development.
Extremely early development.
Yeah. Admittedly, I don't think anything will come from this. But if this is the case,
I don't know.
If this is the case, that means Sony told Bungie, "You have one opportunity to fix this. Fix it."
Do you really think that they're going to give them that? I thought that like
Sony has deemed Bungie a bad purchase, which means
they've deemed it a financial loss.
They did, which means this is very, very likely Sony giving them one last chance to fix the problems.
Mm-hmm.
If they bung this up, if this is a flop, you can kiss Bungie goodbye.
Yeah.
We will probably have expansions coming out. If they're saying it's extremely early development, I don't expect it to 2030.
You really think it would be that long?
I think that would be probably the limit that Sony would have given Bungie. That's 5 years. If it happens before then, great, but that's 5 years. Well, let's say 4 years, because we're at the end of 2025. And who knows how long this might have been in development too. I mean, they say extremely early. I'm not going to worry about reading the article because it's just going to tell us pretty much what we know already. Yeah, record low player count, the Edge of Fate was bad, Destiny 3 is into early development. Here, we'll read this bit. Destiny 3 has entered early development, it's claimed. Earlier today, Destiny leaker and data miner Colony Deeks posted on X that Destiny 3 is in extremely early development at Bungie. Colony Deeks has shared accurate Destiny and Marathon leaks before, several of which were verified by the game post. While this still falls under unconfirmed information, it's coming from someone with a track record with Bungie projects. According to information, they say they've been holding this info for weeks because the project is so early that talking about it didn't feel right yet. But after another account posted something similar earlier today, they decided to speak up and make the claim public. Here's the full statement they shared. Yes, Destiny 3 is in early development. Extremely early development. Sorry. The X post reads, some of you may have seen a tweet earlier this afternoon that mentioned that. We have been sitting on this info for a few weeks now and wanted to wait seeing as it is in such an early state, and it just sucks to see others post about it carelessly for free internet points. We plan to share more in the coming months as we wait on the larger scale, things to develop and take shape. Sit tight.
They're confirming it exists.
Yes, right now Bungie's not commented on any of this, and officially the studio is still focused on Destiny 2's Fate Saga and Year of Prophecy. As always, it is smart to treat this kind of claim with a grain of salt. Even if the information is accurate today, projects in extremely early development can change direction, get rebooted, or be cancelled outright. The game post reached out to Bungie for comment, and we'll update the story if we receive a response. If the claims are legit and Destiny 3 has only just entered that stage, a realistic guess is that we cannot wait to see it launch for at least 4 to 5 years. This would put any possible release somewhere between 2029 and 2030, which was my guess.
Here's my problem. They've gotten rid of a lot of talent that made Bungie really good for these last couple of games.
So you didn't watch the Vidoc that they released?
No.
For Renegades. I did.
I did not. Okay.
Remember how they fired Michael Salvatore for his comments?
Yes.
He's back.
Oh, they rehired him?
They rehired him. He's working on Renegades.
That's funny.
Which means Bungie saw the loss that it did.
That is hilarious.
But this also means that they're seeing the problems and are starting to try and rectify them. I don't think this will be rectified with Renegades, but I can see that they're trying to maybe backpedal some of their stuff because they've seen how bad it's gotten.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I am still with little to no hope. Here's my question for you. Would you play a Destiny 3 if it came out? You can say yes. I'm not going to say yeah. I'm not going to burn you for it.
I don't know. I'm going to go with maybe. Bungie would need to impress me. But this is also saying I've been begging for a fresh start for a while now. Because it just feels like Bungie keeps trying to fix things that doesn't need fixed. And they should have just done Destiny 3 with Edge of Fate. Straight up. Mm-hmm. In fact, there were rumors that Destiny 3 wasn't an actual development until with Beyond Light. And they, instead of just saying, here's Destiny 3, they just pushed it to Destiny 2. So, who knows how much that was been there, but the game has needed a fresh restart for years.
Uh-huh.
Unlike other MMOs, which can kind of, okay, you go up 10 levels, or you go up, X amount of things, you get new loot, you get new gears, you get new stats. It kind of is a soft reset, because once you go up those levels, you don't go down unless you start a fresh character. At least in the case of 14, that is the case. I know in WoW that's also kind of the case.
Mm-hmm.
So, but Destiny isn't that way. You're stuck at your level cap, which is now irrelevant, and then you go at more power levels. But your old gear can be brought to
Which
that
is
power
kind of
level as
irrelevant.
well, which means the old shit is also relevant, which means there is no incentive to go grinding for the new shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, Destiny's just needed a soft, or not even a soft. It needs a hard reset, and I'd even be okay if like a Destiny 3 wanted to do a fresh, wholly fresh restart. Like, no more Cade, no more Zavala, no more Ikora, no more Savathun, no more what we have now, and just fresh.
What do you think fresh would be, though?
I don't know. That's the problem, is like, they're not going to make new enemy races.
No, they're not.
But, so, we can shit on Bungie all day long. But I can't shit on NetEase. So, the Destiny Rising Twitter made a post for a new character. I will remind people that Destiny Rising is a gacha game made by NetEase.
Oh, he's a cowboy.
Oh, let me get this so you all can hear this.
Quick. Catch. Nothing personal. It's just business.
Oh, man. So wait, how does this version of Destiny go again?
So Destiny Rising is, for all intents and purposes, it is still a Destiny game. It plays like Destiny, it functions like Destiny. But instead of making your own character, it is a gacha game where each character tends to have their own unique story. So like you see here, and also, this is an alternate universe, so anything here that happens does not matter in the case of Destiny 1 or 2.
Okay.
I would like to add on that if anyone who's a Destiny nerd, marked by a deep betrayal in the past, Jaren now walks his path alone as a bounty hunter. His contract is his only master.
So, it's out now, right?
Destiny Rising is out. Yes.
Okay. Have you tried it?
No. I've been hesitant because it's still Destiny.
That's fair.
But this is also a slap in the face for anyone who actually plays Destiny, which is funny.
Why?
So Jaren, his full name is Jaren Ward. You've heard the story of the man with the golden gun, right?
Yes.
This is him. This is the man who killed Dredgen Yor.
With the golden gun.
With the golden gun. And that includes Thorn. Which is ironic, considering the story about Renegades is also about the Dredgens, and we see an image of Drifter using Thorn. So, Destiny Rising gets Jaren Ward. And we potentially, and my theory is we're about to have a bit of a Anakin, Darth Vader kind of path going on in main Destiny. Because in the lore, Thorn is known to be corruptive to its wielder. And if Drifter is using it, probably with, righteous intentions. But that same path also happened for Anakin, and given how Renegades is also a Star Wars themed expansion, that lines up with maybe they're building Drifter to be Destiny's Anakin, so to speak, or Dooku. Maybe more accurate.
Interesting.
So, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not playing Renegades, though, because Renegades is $40.
And it's not money you want to spend.
You know what else is $40 that I'd rather go spend money on? Arc Raiders.
I was going to be like, he's going to mention Arc Raiders. I'm
going to mention Arc Raiders.
It's been doing decently well for you, so I imagine there's no reason not to. Chat, he really loves Arc Raiders, and I
Raiders
can't
is
blame
really
him. It's
good.
not that bad.
Akko was really hesitant, and then Akko Blighton is like, "Oh wait, I think I understand."
I mean, it's not bad. I will only play it if people ask me, though.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
So, if you ask me later down the line, hey, you want to play some Arc Raiders? Sure.
Yeah.
But no other circumstances.
No,
personally.
absolutely fair. Why is everyone doing the Star Wars thing? Because Star Wars is a brand that is very popular.
Indeed.
Speaking of games, Temp, I thought you refunded Battlefield 6. I did.
Oh, you did? Okay.
When it came out, I bought it because I was seeing people get excited. I saw the dev comments. I wanted to play it, and it was great. Like, everything I was saying about the game was just fantastic. So I bought it.
The Fire Nation attacked?
And then and I played like a couple games, and it was fine. I had fun. But then it crashed my entire computer. Which made me go, oh, no.
Yeah, if it crashes your entire computer, I wouldn't do that.
No. But I was seeing some people, I actually saw the stream of Razor, Mizu, and Miko playing it. And I'm like, okay, that's people I do know playing it. Maybe I should consider it. And in that same period, I looked, and Battlefield 6 is actually on sale for $50. Not $50, for $60. It's only $10 off.
Normally what?
It's normally $70.
Oh.
So I picked it up for $60. And I've been having a lot of fun with it.
After it no longer crashes your computer.
It hasn't crashed my computer once.
Well, that's good.
Not since I rebought it. So it's been a good experience. And I don't typically play like military shooters like this. I don't. So the fact that I am playing it now and I'm enjoying it actually might say a lot. Because it's not my cup of tea usually. I fell for the FOMO? No. I did want to kind of complain about this tonight though. There is a thing about Battlefield 6 that really bothers me. Not Arc Raiders. I saw Noir say it, and I've never heard of Arc Raiders until the stress test, and I already put in 100 hours. Mind you, my most played game is Days Gone with 115 hours. Exactly. Arc Raiders has done fantastic. Its community is fantastic. I had my own problems with it. Okay. You saw the Streamer Awards. At least you saw who was nominated for like Best VTuber or something.
Yes.
And you saw Burnt Peanut on there.
Yes.
Okay.
No idea who the fuck that is.
So he is a extraction shooter streamer. Tarkov is his main game.
Okay.
And then Arc Raiders came
Somebody
out.
I probably would not care about.
Yeah, he's someone you wouldn't care about. But I made a prediction pretty early on in Arc Raiders' like career, like it's time that we've had it, that it would kind of get the Helldivers treatment of like the players making sub factions and the community and the devs kind of like softly acknowledge that these like Helldiver factions exist. I expected that for Arc Raiders, and it happened.
Okay.
And we had big streamers. A few names I know. Hutch, Burnt Peanut, Ninja, Shroud, all these people started making warring factions in Arc Raiders.
Okay.
So it became one big old PvP slot fest between these different streamers.
Was it good or bad?
I was very concerned that was just going to infest the rest of the game and cause more problems.
Is that currently the case or?
Nope. In fact, Peanut himself has said the war is over. They're done. Because it was supposed to be a fun thing, and it ended up turning into people on some side, specifically his side, kind of going and killing people who aren't even involved, who just want to play the game.
And that's not what they want.
That's not what they want, exactly.
Well, that's good at least. Again, I don't know Burnt Peanut. I think the fact that he's being nominated as a VTuber is kind of retarded because I don't know him.
He did do an interview, and apparently in the interview he did say he shouldn't be a VTuber, or he shouldn't be called a VTuber.
Well, that's good. At least, oh fuck.
I can send you that interview if I can find it.
I mean, you don't have to send it right now, but it's good that at least he's like, yeah, I'm not a VTuber. I shouldn't be called a VTuber.
Because what I see him as is more like annoying orange, or
Yeah, which isn't really a VTuber.
exactly.
It's just a thing.
Like it's like I wouldn't call Arlo a VTuber. I understand why some people would, but I don't call him one.
I wouldn't
see
call
him as
Baru
one.
a VTuber either.
I say, well, Baru doesn't even use the VTuber model anymore. I don't think he does.
Yeah, he's not a VTuber then. No, 100%. If he
Right.
doesn't use the model, he's 100% not a VTuber.
But at least Peanut is at least
He's
using his consistently because it's his brand.
He's a Skinwalker VTuber.
From what I understand, he was nominated by his community to troll him. That's funny.
That doesn't make it any better.
No, but it makes it funny. Here's the thing, it's like in stuff like this, it's not supposed to be serious anyway.
Oh no, listen, don't get me wrong. I don't take the streamer awards serious. I think that QT Cinderella is a fraud, and she's a dumb person that doesn't even know how health insurance works. I just think it's dumb that she nominates literally a not VTuber.
He's a P-tuber, the P is silent. Yeah. So, that ended. So my fears and worries are gone. I still do expect PvE factions to show up, at least maybe be acknowledged by the dev team.
Mhm.
That'd be cool. We'll see. But Arc Raiders is doing very well. But
That's good.
I did want to talk about Battlefield as well, because it actually is in our docket.
Okay.
One of my big things I mentioned before is the game has a battle pass.
Uh-huh. What about it though?
EA site? Sure. Okay. So I said on Twitter that I don't care if you want to charge for future battle passes. You know, if you're a paid game and you have them, fine. You want to charge for ones that come out after, like, the first one? Fine. But the first one you do should be tied to the game purchase.
Okay.
That is not the case. It is a
okay.
separate purchase. And there's FOMO.
Okay.
So once these battle passes are done, that's it. You get no more.
Uh-huh. Pretty common, it sounds like.
I've pretty much come to the conclusion that this is an EA decision and not the dev team.
Uh-huh.
But
that's kind of funny though.
It sucks. It really does suck, because there is good stuff. Like here, Battlefield Pro is a great example of this. This is the battle pass plus more. If you want this, it is $25. It is the equivalent of buying higher tier packages in like a gacha game, like a MiHoYo game.
Uh-huh.
Like, you just want to buy the battle pass, you can. Oh, but do you want these icons? Do you want this specific special thing? Well, you got to give us even more money. And that's what this is. So, $25 every battle pass if you want, you know, like a weapon skin or a character skin or a you know, stupid, like, again, it's cosmetic stuff, and I'm glad it's cosmetic stuff, but I also did notice, and there seems to be maybe some weapons tied to this as well.
Oh, okay. So they pulled a Helldivers.
Yes, and here, Helldivers, at least you can do it. Like, the battle passes don't go away. They're there. They're in the game. They don't go away. These go away. But,
right, because you mentioned the FOMO and all that.
Exactly.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
If someone can tell me I'm wrong and confirm it, that'd be great. But so far from what I've seen, they've locked actual gameplay behind FOMO. And that is a shame.
I'm just like wrapping my head around this, because like it's a little bit similar with Helldivers then, because Helldivers does the exact same thing.
Yes.
Only with Helldivers, you can technically earn the currency
You can earn the currency,
slowly.
and the battle passes don't go away. Like once you buy it, that's it. You have it. You can level it up. You can do them in any order you want. You can get the weapons anytime you want. This, I maybe not even have a problem with it if these battle passes stayed, or at least if the weapons were earnable. Like if you had to buy it to get the cosmetics, that's fine. But the weapons themselves that are tied to it are free. Like you just gotta play to earn them. That also be fine to me. But the taking them away, like if you didn't earn them, and then taking them away when the battle pass is over and they start the next season, I don't like that. That's bad.
I don't. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, like the problem is Destiny does it too, and that's one reason why I didn't like Destiny.
Destiny at least is all cosmetic stuff. Well, no, it is because you can still get the weapons through the tower for like different currency.
After a while.
Yeah.
It just took you a while to get them.
Well, no. It's always available like then after the next to the next season.
Oh, is it after the next season that you can get them? I forgot.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's how long I haven't played Destiny.
Now,
it's been over a year.
If they just add the weapons in these battle passes to like you can just unlock them by leveling up, or you have to do like a certain challenge to get them, that's also fine. But again, taking them away because it's on it's a FOMO timed exclusivity thing. No, bad. This is bad.
No, I agree.
That shouldn't be happening.
I agree.
Can you still play old Destiny 2 DLC? Seasons, no. And so Red War up through Forsaken, no. So Shadowkeep onwards, minus seasons, yes. Which, again, the seasons should be there, but they're not. Anyway, I just wanted to complain about this because this really bothers me.
No, I agree. It's like kind of dumb. In my personal opinion, anytime somebody introduces something like that where FOMO is a big deal, I don't really feel very comfortable. I just don't feel very comfortable with it in general, you know?
Like, I debated maybe putting money in the game because, like, I'm enjoying it and I'm having fun. But I'm like, I don't want to give them more money than just the base cost because this is scummy. Again, if the battle passes were just entirely cosmetic, fine. But if it's not entirely cosmetic, then we have a problem. But I guess there was some good news. So
with their anti-cheat?
There was an update with their anti-cheat.
Okay.
So I want to give context. The game has been out since about mid to late October. Battlefield 6 is officially live, and what a launch it's been. Over the record-breaking launch, in its initial weeks, players around the world dove in for millions of matches and a lot of conversation about our battle against cheaters. In the past Javelin blog, we've talked about measuring cheating through what we call match infection rate. Our measure of confidence is that at least one cheater impacted any particular match. You can interpret this as the chance that you as a player would encounter a cheater in your matches. We prefer using this to know whether we are being successful or not, as opposed to just volumes of enforcement. Enforcement such bans, because even though we've been busy blocking, kicking, suspending, and banning cheaters, it doesn't mean much if we haven't protected your play experience. This helps make sure we focus not just on catching cheaters after they've already cheated and ruined your match, but that we are effectively keeping them from ever producing an impact to begin with. We're proud to share that 98% of all matches were fair and free of cheater impacts during the week following launch, meaning our average match infection rate was 2%. This means almost every player who jumped into the battlefield enjoyed a level playing field.
2% of those players were cheaters then?
Yes.
Okay.
The open beta was invaluable for tuning our detection systems, operations, workflows, and compatibility processes. We took those learnings and enhanced them for launch, directly contributing to the stability and strength you've all experienced so far. Throughout open beta, we've had the opportunity to put our anti-cheat technology and operations teams to the test. Over 1.2 million cheat attempts were blocked. We removed tens of thousands of cheaters. We even banned some overconfident cheaters who were live streaming their cheats in real time. We drove, yeah. I have a feeling I have an idea of who they're calling out there.
That's funny.
We drove a significant increase in fair matches from 93.1% at the start to nearly 98% by the end of the final day. Secure boot adoption jumped from 62.5% to 92.5%. We wanted to thank you for getting this enabled so quickly and ensure that this enabled us to leverage it in various ways at launch with confidence. You should have seen a tank decal on your inbox in-game as a thank you if you were part of those players enabling the feature. Over the launch weekend, EA Javelin anti-cheat prevented more than 367,000 cheat attempts, less than during comparable open beta weekends, but in line with the current number of cheat developers we are tracking. This has grown to 2.39 million cheat attempts blocked to date. Across all of our PC players so far, we are down to 1.5% of people not being able to activate Secure Boot on PC. Thanks to your feedback, efforts by our fan care team, and involvement with some key community contributors, and we'll continue to sort through remaining edge cases. Secure Boot isn't a silver bullet to stop all cheating, but it is a barrier in of itself and enables other barriers. It helps enhance our detections to make each one just that extra bit harder for cheat developers. It can be circumvented, everything can, but sometimes even experts forget that those circumventions also light up a lot of indicators. Just getting around a barrier doesn't mean we didn't watch them the whole time as they drip paint back to their nest for us to hammer drop their whole community. We are presently aware and have detected multiple detections for 190 cheat-related programs, hardware, vendors, and resellers, and their communities. Since launch, 183 of them, 96.3%, have announced feature failures, detection notices, downtimes, and/or taken their cheats offline entirely.
That's good.
While there are still clips circulating of cheaters claiming to be undetected, it's far more likely than not when you see incoming this. Sorry, this is like really formatted weirdly. When you see gameplay of someone claiming to cheat undetected, they are already banned or have a hammer incoming. This successful disruption of the cheater community is encouraging, but we know that bad actors will keep testing our defenses and trying new ways to break through. We are constantly monitoring these new threats and are ready to respond, but these early results show that our layered defense strategy is delivering the fair experience players deserve. What's next? In the war against cheating, we're just getting started. Here's what's coming next. Explore additional operating system security features. You may have noticed security features beyond Secure Boot like TPM 2.0, HVCI, and VBS are part of the Battlefield 6 system requirements. It's important to note that these are operating system security features and in general are good security posture to have enabled for your machine and will help avoid any disruptions in playing Battlefield 6 when enforcing that requirement becomes necessary. Enforce against cheating hardware. Some of you may have seen various articles and screenshots of EA communications about users being banned because of use of cheating hardware. While most of these humorous fan creations are not official, there is a shred of truth to them. Cheating, regardless of how, is prohibited, and using known cheating hardware is no exception. We're also working to enhance this with not only our own methods of detection, but through collaboration with our platform partners to ensure these devices do not impact our player bases anywhere, regardless of platform. For players that have previously relied on such devices for accessibility, we recommend using first-party official peripherals like the Xbox Adaptive Controller and Access Controller from PlayStation. Improving, and they actually put links here to these different products. So if you wanted to have an idea of what these are, they do actually give you links to go buy these if like this is what you're looking for, which
that's nice of them.
I do appreciate that. Improving reporting flows. We've heard feedback from players that depending on the mode who have trouble effectively reporting violations or suspected cheating in games, we are working on new flows and updates to the reporting UI to make this more seamless and allow users to provide more context to the team so we can act on accurate reports faster and with better context. improving the internal operations tools, improving the efficiency and effectiveness of our internal tools enables our analysts to work faster and with greater accuracy in validating detections, investigating your cheat reports, and keeping tabs on what cheaters are doing. Our tooling is how we can react so quickly to the plethora of new cheat developers and ensure we have ways to detect them and keep them from impacting your matches. Classified. We have multiple teams working on various new anti-cheat features and detections across our multi-layered suite of tools across Javelin, the game client, server, and beyond, coming online as fast as we can get them ready. As soon as any of these new ways of delivering ban hammers are fully tested and ready, we'll share more. But for now, we don't want to tip our hand to any bad actors looking to ruin your game experience. The road ahead, cheat developers never stop evolving, and neither will we. Fortunately, fair play is something that we're passionate about, both as developers and gamers, so we've been preparing for a long time already. That said, you can help us by making sure you report players that you suspect are cheating through our in-game cheat reporting. Those reports snap up additional telemetry and highlight accounts for us to zero in on when investigating.
For the game.
Yeah. When investigating possible cheats and cheaters, and also help us accurately measure how much cheating is impacting your player experience. Keep it fair out there. We'll see you all on the battlefield. That's a lot of good. And I noticed something. They didn't mention AI once.
Okay.
Usually, stuff like this, they will actually mention, like, oh, we're using AI to, use detection tools. But they never mentioned that once here.
They did not. No, that's a good thing at the very least.
So we don't know if some of these bans are actually user bans or if they're AI bans.
I would hope that.
But yeah, I would hope that these are bans done by the developers, by their community team.
I would hope so. Honestly, I hate AI bans. You've seen what's going on with YouTube recently.
Oh, I have. Yeah.
I'm not a really big fan of AI bans these days because they never be right.
No, absolutely. Oh. They will never, ever, ever be right.
Because my there we go.
And as far as I was aware, oh, I guess technically I should talk about this. This is actually important. To anyone that actually is interested in playing Battlefield 6 and to try and, dip your toes into this and see if it's, you like it, until Tuesday, the game has a free trial.
Oh, that's nice of them.
So if you want to go
play
the game...
I'm still not interested.
I mean, that's fair. But to anyone who is interested and you want to go try it out, it is free right now to go play for a little bit. A bot ban could lead to a lawsuit? Exactly. Fox raid. Oh, Magma. Is it a Magma raid?
I don't know who would be raiding you.
I mean, fair. Welcome, raiders.
Welcome. I decided to get ramen tonight, by the way.
Oh, you did? You got ramen anyway?
Yeah, everybody's like, get pizza. I'm like, I'll get pizza another night.
But ramen actually sounded good.
Yeah, there's a nice little ramen place. Well, it's not a ramen place. It's a Japanese restaurant.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I like the fact Steam added the warning if you don't have Secure Boot active. Yes, they do have that as a warning. So if you don't have Secure Boot, you can, it'll tell you. You'll forgive me if I don't trust them not to be using AI. Call me Jade. No, you shouldn't trust them to not be using it. But a lot of these companies like boasting when they do use it.
Yes, and they aren't seeming to be boasting right now.
Exactly. Not to say they're not, but so far it seems like they're not. And I've not heard any reports to suggest they are.
Well, I hope that's the case, honestly. Human intervention is expensive, but it is the right way to go.
It is the right way to go. And the player numbers, I mean, we've seen the player numbers before. 145,000 players, almost 146,000 on Steam.
That's pretty good.
Is very good.
It's pretty good.
I mean, it has gone down since launch, but I mean, I expect that, but even still, like 145, and this is at a low point. Like, it's almost 8 p.m. for me. For a lot of other people, it's like 10 or 11 or 12, whatever. So it's late for some people, and it's still that high of count.
I mean, it shows that they got something.
Exactly.
So,
despite my grievances with the battle pass, despite, whatever potential grievances you might have with the game is succeeding. The game is succeeding very well. It probably smashed EA's.
Wasn't the last Battlefield like really bad?
The last Battlefield almost killed the franchise.
Wasn't that the one that had the female protagonist that everybody hated?
I don't remember that. I know that Call of Duty, I think, had one. I think AI is good at finding cheaters, but it always should be double checked. Still very consistent. Yep, it's the game to play.
Yeah.
Also, the fact COD was such shit during that Battlefield 6 is doing so well, the Dubro crowd need that itch to scratch. What are Black Ops 7's numbers? Want to know if this is the one Battlefield to beat COD.
I wonder if Lumi's enjoying it. I haven't asked her yet.
So this is the problem with Call of Duty. COD doesn't have individual games. Like, on the store, it has individual games, but they all lead to the same client. Each game is essentially a DLC. So, it's hard to say, but right now, Black Ops 7 is at 56,000. That's bad.
Yeah, that's really bad. What's a Destiny at right now?
What is Destiny at? Battlefield 2042 is the one that nearly killed the franchise? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that had the female pro tag that everybody hated.
Yes, me too. Oh no. Actually, for a game that's not doing very well, 16,000 is decent.
They need more players than
They
that,
do.
though.
They do. COD was World War II prosthetic woman. Battlefield looked like a generic FPS you'd see in a movie scene. I know there was some drama with Battlefield 6 fairly recently because the devs came out and said that they don't want to do what COD is doing as far as skins are concerned. They want to have the skins that they release be accurate or be, at least thematically correct.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas COD is like Nicki Minaj and, Seth Rogen and stuff.
I still never understood that. That just, like...
So, when they announce a set of skins, I don't know if it was the Battle Pass skins or whatever, because the Battle Pass also didn't release when the game came out. It is actually a fairly recent thing. Oh god, let me see if I can find that. That was the thing that happened a couple weeks ago, and I just forgot to put it in the docket. Okay, here we go. So this is one of the skins that was coming to the game.
Okay.
Doesn't look good.
Is it?
No. So there's no set characters. This is just a multiplayer skin.
That skin looks like ass.
It does. There was some backlash, and they have since gone back and fixed it after all the backlash. It's not as bright. It is more accurate. It is, but this is part of kind of why Battlefield 6 is doing so well is they created the skin they thought was good that would match thematically with what Battlefield 6 is, and the player base went like, no, that's too much. This is too much. And the devs went back. I don't remember if they have a... No. Okay. But they have... I think it's the same skin, but they have darkened it now. And I don't mean the person behind the clothing. I know it's a black person. I mean the clothing is darker colored.
Well, I'm glad it looks better.
But this is one of those things, it's they're kind of following the same idea that Helldivers is. Where it's we want to do collaborations. We could even do collaborations, but it has to be something that fits. We're not just going to throw something in there because they gave us a shit ton of money.
I mean, I'm glad that they're at least trying. Again, compared to Sounds like the last time they put out a Battlefield game. Sounds like they're trying.
Exactly. Which is why stuff like this is nice to see, and that's also part of the reason I think this whole the Battlefield 6 Battle Pass, the Battlefield Pro stuff, this feels like EA. This does not feel like the dev team. Darwin Smith, thank you for the sub. I greatly appreciate it. Tell Akko that Battlefield 2042 was a hero shooter, not a Battlefield game. Fair.
What difference does it make? It was still a bad game, and I had Battlefield's name on it.
Yeah, exactly. It still was a bad game. It had Battlefield's name on it. Is it on Steam still? Yes. So Battlefield 2042 here.
I expect it to be like overwhelmingly negative.
Come on. Thank you. Mostly positive now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's recent reviews, though.
Yeah. But, like, you can kind of see it here. It's just, like... It almost looks too much. Like, it feels like it's supposed to be a futuristic game.
When it doesn't need to be.
Exactly. The previous Warzone having 40k skins before the new one was such whiplash for 40k fans who enjoy both genres. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's the thing is, like, Helldivers does a great job. Like, they have the Killzone skins. We got a Judge Dredd skin. But they have skins coming to the game that actively fit within the context of Helldivers. But COD just doesn't do that at all.
Mm-hmm.
As I recall, 2042 was a glitch fest from the start, which is part of why it got such shit at the start, or back at the start, from what I remember. Yes, I do also remember Battlefield 2042 being very glitchy, being very buggy. So, which is a shame. But they definitely seem to have gone back and rectified those issues with 6.
Uh-huh.
I never take off my ODST armor and Helldivers. Exactly. Like, you have the ODST armor, and it fits within the context of Helldivers. Like,
I forgot that they had armor. They did that armor as a collab.
Mm-hmm. Like, I know it's gonna feel maybe a little out of place, but we did just recently get the announcement that Amazon is doing a new Stargate series. But even they are, yes.
Dear.
With some of the original team back, you know, kind of not like the actors, but I mean like the writers and stuff doing it, which is good. But like that's just one example of like this is still technically a military thing. Yes, it has some futuristic stuff. It has aliens. It has stuff, but within the context, like if you wanted to do a collaboration, that's one that you could do that would fit thematically with this. Like if they wanted to do collaborations, that's the example I'm trying to give.
Right.
What y'all don't want to ride a hoverboard up to a skyscraper? I mean, that'd be funny. What is really interesting about this, and I know I mentioned it before, but both Battlefield and Arc Raiders are made by DICE developers. So Battlefield 6 is made by DICE and published by EA. And Bark, which is the studio behind Arc Raiders, which ended up making the finals, which is another... Let me bring up the finals so you can see what that is. Why did you not do? So the finals is another, shooter game. But this is made by the Arc Raiders devs before Arc Raiders came out.
Uh-huh.
And this was made by DICE devs. But something that Embark does is they have solid weapon design, solid gameplay. Its match rate is actually fairly high. But they've continued with thematic, and they actually use AI in the game development. Something they actually do with Arc Raiders is probably the most recent and best example of this, is they have voice acting for the game. But instead of having the actors, voice every single line, they had the actors voice some, important lines, but then said, hey, we want to use your voice. We want to feed your voice through an AI generator to have those voices be for the characters, like the player characters and such like that. But they're paying the actors still for the AI usage.
Right.
Because it's just going to be easier that way. It's like, look, we want to do the work with you. What you've done is great, but we don't want to have to keep calling you into the offices or into the studio just to have like 1 or 2 voice lines for like an event or have like a new map or something,
And they've got approval.
They got approval from the actors to use AI generation for their voices as so long as they're being paid. And that's the same case with finals.
That's good. That's good.
Isn't this game being shut down? Not as far as I'm aware. The finals is still doing fantastic. I mean, even if we want to look at player numbers, that's not useful. The finals brain. Okay, 10,000 players. But to be fair, probably a lot of their players did go over to Arc Raiders. And the finals is also a free-to-play game.
Maybe it's free to play.
Basically, paying the license fee to use their voice on an annual basis. Exactly. Got it in one. But that's the thing, is like the finals in Arc Raiders was made by developers that, ended up leaving DICE when DICE was, in a shit free fall.
I think that's the first subscription model I've heard of where the company pays the person.
I mean, I don't think it's an actual subscription model.
Yeah, but they're paying this. They're subscribing to the person's voice.
Right. Yeah. The Arcs also use machine learning in their AI. That's the reason the Wasps and Hornets flip and recover when you shoot other rotors. Yeah. Yeah. The robots, the Clankers, and Arc Raiders also use AI, which is why they learn really fast. But also it's why when they have a heart attack, they really have a heart attack.
They're not used to it.
Yep, exactly. I don't know. I thought all that was interesting about this game. It's especially the cheating stuff. It's like I was hesitant with the secure boot stuff because it's like, oh, you're making me have something that I didn't even know existed. I'll be honest. Just run, but I ended up booting up the game the first time, and apparently it was running already. So I'm like, oh, well. The last time I ended up playing a EA shooter, like in the case of Battlefield, was actually Medal of Honor. And at that point, Medal of Honor was using a anti-cheat called Punk Buster. Fuck that anti-cheat. That was the anti-cheat before Denuvo. It caused so many problems to the point of I just refused to play any game that had it. I think
what games other than that did have it?
I think Borderlands 1 had it.
Gross.
Yeah. Borderlands 1, Medal of Honor. I forget the one I'm thinking of. It was a long time ago, though. Files isn't shutting down, but the PS4 version is being sunset in March 2026, which is not surprising considering the PS6 is probably coming soon.
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
Didn't they leak and say that it's on the way?
Uh-huh. I still won't buy Battlefield on the principle that I'm not going to fuck up with my BIOS. And that's fair. You know what? I'm not going to say anyone should. If this isn't your cup of tea, that's fine. But I've looked at it, for me personally, as something I can stream with other people, like other people I know.
With the PS6, it feels, one, way too soon, and two, with the amount of shit that's being eaten up by data centers right now, where are they going to get the materials to make it?
Yeah. And even if that is the case, how expensive is it going to be with the price hikes right now?
Yeah, that's another. I don't think a lot of people are thinking about that.
Yeah, they're not. But that's the thing, is like, how expensive will like the next Xbox be? How expensive will the next PlayStation be? With the price hikes we're seeing in RAM and GPUs and storage.
It is gonna be interesting. I will say that much.
Yep. In terms of other games doing well, though, CD Projekt Red has come out and said that Cyberpunk 2077 has sold 35 million copies. That's a lot of copies.
That is quite a lot of copies, yes. Just overall.
Yes.
Nice.
In fact, they even say here, as of November 26, 2025, copies of the game sold separately and in the Ultimate Edition bundle. So they clarify that here. They really mean like 35 million copies total, which is fantastic. The game definitely recovered. It had a pretty much a fantastic relaunch and almost a No Man's Sky-esque relaunch.
Mm-hmm.
And is very, very good for what it does. I think it's lots of problems, but I think looking at it, this game is very, very, very good.
I would say so. I've gotten one ending on that game, thankfully. I finished it once.
I have finished it once as well, and I finished the DLC.
Does the DLC count though?
Technically there are new endings in the DLC.
Fair.
I can't wait for season 2 of Edge Runners and being even more fucking depressed. I know, I'm excited.
Do we know like when season 2 is coming out?
No. I'm gonna guess 2026 though. They probably wouldn't have announced it if it wasn't coming at least in the next, year.
Fair enough.
Given they fixed all the problems people had, that's a good sign. Which reminds me, I actually need to play the damn thing. It is on sale. In fact, how much is it on sale on Steam? It is. So, chat, if you want to buy the game with Phantom Liberty, it is $39.
Right now?
On Steam, yes.
Okay.
But that is down from $83. So, good time to pick it up.
I would say so if you haven't yet, but I imagine most people here probably have.
If Edge Runners wasn't good, 2077 would have been fucked. Yeah, I definitely think a lot of why this game didn't end up succeeding as well as it did is because of the anime.
I think it revitalized it a little bit.
I do too. And I think that's what the season 2 will do as well. Because they have confirmed that it is... there is also Cyberpunk 2 coming out. We don't know when that's going to be. But they have said that is in development. Witcher 4 has to happen first. And I think the Witcher 1 remake also has to happen first. But then Cyberpunk 2. Or 2088 or whatever. Whatever they end up calling it. But I do know that when we know about the anime of when it's coming out, or if we get a trailer, we will look over on Dogwave.
I agree. I don't know. I imagine it to be 2077.
No, I don't think so.
No?
No. Well, even
fine.
then, it doesn't matter if it's 2077, like the game. Like, if it's in that year, because they can't call it Cyberpunk 20... Because if they can't do, like, Cyberpunk 2077 2... That's stupid.
That's not what I'm saying. They could call it Cyberpunk 2077 and they give it a different name.
I think they will probably drop the 2077. And they might end up doing, like, Cyberpunk, like, kind of like Edge Runners. I think they'll just end up going with the name.
Yeah, fair enough.
Anyone want to bet that the creators of Edge Runners has another lolly character all the Yankees lose their minds over? Oh, probably. And it'll be great.
be great.
It would be
saying
great.
That you saying you're a lolicon?
No,
Chad?
I'm just really happy of how much Rebecca pissed off even the developers.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I want a proper CRPG set in the Cyberpunk universe. That'd be really cool. So, according to Dexerto, a Rockstar insider claims 34 employees were fired after sharing routine Slack policy emails in a union Discord. Not anything related to GTA 6, though. The email was posted after work hours, and employees can only access emails in the office via People Makes Games. So,
which kind of goes along the lines of what we already kind of figured happened. They were trying to make a union, and the union busted them.
Mm-hmm. Which isn't
no,
surprising.
I don't really care though. I don't care. Fuck unions.
I mean, you've made that point very clear.
I have, yes. I've always said it, chat. Fuck unions. Policy violation? I mean, I don't really know policy violations, but I'll take your word for it.
But there isn't much to go on here. I mean, there's an article, but...
What does the article have to say?
Oh, God. Hi. Oh, I don't know why I'm yawning. Messages shared in a Discord server between now-fired Rockstar Games employees have been revealed as part of an investigation into the controversial dismissal of over 30 staff. A Rockstar Games insider has claimed an internal crackdown on communication channels sparked an investigation that ultimately led to 34 Rockstar workers being fired last month. The source now shared new information and the Discord messages with People Make Games. Union Discord messages contributed to Rockstar's inquiry. According to the source, the Union Discord was created in 2022 and allowed Rockstar employees to join through invites sent by select organizers. New members were placed in its general channel, while paying Union members gain access to additional rooms. At its peak, the server held more than 300 verified employees and Union representatives. The source said guidelines were posted on what could and could not be shared and could not recall any confidential information being leaked, with most conversations revolving around workplace issues and including bonuses. The insider, who is not part of the union or among those fired, said the company began tightening restrictions in October 2025 by removing several internal Slack channels, including hobby and pet groups, after deeming them a distraction. Discord messages proved to People Make Games showed how employees reacted to Rockstar's removal of internal Slack channels. One of the 4 fired workers wrote, "I would really like to see the evidence for them being too much of a productivity hit. I can't imagine it being worth the absolute dumpster fire this will be for morale." Another dismissed employee added, "The productivity point is a load of shit and everyone knows it." An internal email sent by Rockstar, shown in the People Make Games report, stated, "We believe this change is essential for fostering a more focused, productive, and respectful work environment." Internal emails shown in Discord. According to the source, internal emails about these policy changes were shared in a Discord channel, and this prompted at least one member of the Discord to approach management with concerns. Rockstar policy
they got narked on.
Rockstar policy does not permit workers to access their work email outside of the office, and so sharing the contents of these internal emails was potentially a breach of this policy. The source said these discussions and the sharing of internal emails contributed to or prompted the start of an investigation into the union Discord during the second week of October. By the end of the month, 34 employees had been dismissed for gross misconduct tied to the server. In the video, Independent Workers Union of Great Britain President Alex Marshall criticized Rockstar's actions, saying Rockstar are desperately trying to prevent people from being able to communicate, and all these workers have ever been trying to do is discuss their pay conditions to try and improve them so they can deliver a game that's loved by millions. Asked whether discussions about pay and wages were appropriate for the group, he said, "I think it is absolutely normal for people to be discussing their material conditions, whether that's bonuses, policies, or anything like that. That's completely normal for staff to be doing that." He added that the company's response shows not only that they, Rockstar, are governing by a lack of transparency, but they're also trying to govern by fear. They feel completely threatened by the idea of workers talking to each other, and that's why they've taken this act to try and destroy the union. That's why we're taking them to court. On November 19th, Dexerto spoke to former Rockstar developers at a protest outside Rockstar North in Edinburgh, with one former developer alleging unreasonable working conditions.
That's always what it is. Always unreasonable working conditions.
Hobby and pet groups are a distraction. You are there to work, not socialize. Exactly. Like,
Oh, I would agree.
You can socialize in your off hours, but go to the break room. But such as the internet today.
It's just kind of funny because like it's not even, it doesn't even sound like they were union busting now. It just sounds like they're saying, hey, you guys, you're not being productive. We're taking away these channels, and then people are getting upset that they're taking away the channels, and it's just like, sorry, I don't really give a shit if they take away your channels, because it sounds like they didn't think you were productive enough.
Yep. Absolutely. Where is... I have to find a new image for this, because... Not image, but like a... Assassin's Creed Shadows... Attack on Titan.
Oh, excuse me. Oh gosh, Shadows. Oh, no.
So the reason I have to search for this is the video I found, and we're gonna start with this, because this is really, really, really funny. Ubisoft started copyright striking videos on X that criticized the new Assassin's Creed Shadows DLC.
Oh gosh.
So this tweet
I saw
from
that.
Manga Lawyer is what I had put in our docket to talk about this.
And it's gone.
It's gone. I would have actually said, okay, this is fine if it wasn't out yet. But it was already out.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Because what this means is Ubisoft is trying to stop people from seeing it because that's how bad it is. Obviously, that hasn't stopped anything because, well...
You must be...
Well...
Can't see it.
I know.
There it is.
We're gonna be... I'm gonna turn this down a little bit because this is 12 minutes.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
To be beaten and chained like this, you must be a dangerous man indeed. Like a sword in its...
Let me see if I can...
Look what they've done to you.
Really kind of,
Ada.
Perfect.
It is over.
Gout wins free! Come on, let's go!
This is the, you know what's funny? This is the first time I've seen gameplay for this game.
Oh, I've seen gameplay. No, it isn't. You just watch the final boss.
I shall.
Barely. Dear sweet baby Jesus.
Come on! We can't let that Titan eat Goutwin.
Are you afraid I'll put the stream at risk getting DMCA'd? No, because it's already out, and there's so many posts about it.
Come and get it.
I mean, like, people, you would consider as like gameplay footage.
Yeah, exactly.
Almost.
And we're talking over. But it looks so
That's
bad.
So bad. I expect this in an early 2000s game. Maybe 2010s. Eat the black man! Eat him! Eat him! Those visuals gave me IBS.
I must hurry.
Oh. This looks so bad because it is bad. You can see how the models slide on the ground cave because of how bad it's animated? Yep, you can.
Gods above.
It looks like what a solo indie dev barely getting into Unreal Engine would make. Yeah, it does. And this is Ubisoft. It makes me feel bad for, like, Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan has had so many problems, but it doesn't deserve this.
No, I agree. Isn't it over, though?
It's over until they decide to make another, like, 5-part movie for the ending. For, like, a new ending or something.
Okay. It just looks so bad.
Someone back home once said, a person who can't sacrifice anything will never change anything. And your friend, he sacrificed everything.
Yeah, that's just the type of man he is.
Bondi sent opposites? Yeah, they did. The faces on her. The faces in general.
You really meant a towering creature.
Thank you. All of you.
Jean clapped those cheeks.
It's time for us to leave.
Where will you go?
Home, I suppose.
You know they'll arrest you, no matter what we say.
That's right. Stand there and stare.
I heard that becoming a shifter shortens your lifespan. How many years do you have left?
5.
If I knew my father only had 5 years left, then I would want to make every minute count.
You think I should run?
This is just so
But-
bad.
Yeah, it is.
My power.
I don't know
always
if this is a
finds its way
paid
home.
update or
With
if it's free.
or without you.
Where
If this was paid, I
we
would not
go?
buy it.
I mean, I wouldn't buy the game to begin with,
Anywhere.
but...
No one
This is
in your
fair,
homeland
but
knows
you
you're
know what I
alive.
mean.
Oh, I do.
Anywhere. That sounds nice. Should you ever find your way to my homeland, you'd be welcome in my faction. We're full of bold, brave, adventurous types who aren't afraid to risk our lives for the good of humanity. Just like you two.
AC, Assassin's Creed 3 and 4 look better than this, and those were 10 plus years old. Yep. Again, they didn't care about this game. They just wanted to spread an agenda.
Odds
Well,
above, this is horrible.
It finally happened.
This is
And
actively
it's
killing
someone
AAA.
taller than you.
And with a bigger appetite, too.
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
Whoa.
it's truly awful.
I think that is the worst thing I have seen this year in terms of something that comes from a video game. You know?
So
I don't think I've ever seen something quite as bad.
I don't know if this is 100%, but so because I've not watched Attack on Titan. I've been told that Titan is from a specific meme.
So it's not even a real Titan.
No, it is real.
Peter Titan, a bro.
But it's this one.
Okay.
It's that one. The one that's in Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Okay.
Which means they chose a really stupid one for this. Again, I've not watched the show. I don't know for certain, but...
Tis bad. I'm gonna be real.
It's very, very bad.
Not gonna lie, it's probably the worst thing I've ever seen.
It really is. Like, it's so sad. This is how bad it is. But if we want to talk about Bondi,
Quite the transition right there.
Well, they're the ones who license it. Nintendo is acquiring Bandai Namco Studios Singapore.
Okay.
Show the Colossal Titan for comparison. If someone could send that to me in my Discord, that'd be great. But what this does mean is Nintendo is shelling out a shit ton of money for a Bandai studio.
Question is why?
The question is why. Yes, you got it in one. Nintendo has announced they are acquiring Hirogami developer Bandai Namco Studio Singapore, after which the developer will operate as an internal studio under the new name Nintendo Studios Singapore. The new deal will see Nintendo acquire shares of the developer, integrate them as a fully internal subsidiary, with the goal of further assisting developing on core Nintendo titles, as the studio did previously under Bandai Namco. Bandai Namco Studios Singapore was established as one of the Bandai Namco Group's overseas bases and is a development company with strong expertise in creating in-game art assets. It has contributed to the development of Nintendo titles, including the Splatoon series, and has an ongoing business relationship with Nintendo. So they've already worked with Nintendo in the past.
Oh, they made okay. So they helped out with Splatoon. That's good to know.
What this does mean though is that instead of being like someone that Bandai can throw to like, okay, you're gonna work with Nintendo, you're gonna work with like say Capcom or Square Enix or whoever. Now it's just Nintendo.
That's good to know. Sounds good though.
Is Sega delisting Yakuza 0 on the docket? No, it is not. So Sega.
Okay.
Again, like it's been such a busy week. I just forgot to put this in there, but we'll talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
Sega is delisting Yakuza 0 in favor of its diversive director's cut, risking locking PS4 and Xbox One users out of the RPG entirely.
Oh, I see.
Sega is delisting the original version of Yakuza 0 from console and PC upon a new release of the previously switched to exclusive Yakuza 0 director's cut on new platforms, which is a huge shame. During the Switch 2 reveal direct back in April, Sega and RGG Studios surprised fans by announcing that not only was Yakuza 0 finally coming to Nintendo, but it would be in the form of a new director's cut that implements new content like a multiplayer mode, English voice acting, and most notably, new cutscenes. Everyone was quite excited to have a new version of what many still considered to be the absolute peak of the franchise until they played it. Without giving overt spoilers, the additional cutscenes included in Yakuza 0 Director's Cut are mostly retcons. For a series that already had trouble killing anyone off, the game brings back characters that are ultimately inconsequential, considering the game is a prequel, and their living has had zero impact on the 40-year time frame since then, and robs their deaths of any emotional power they may have had. And now, with the Director's Cut release coming to other platforms, Sega has announced that as of December 8th, when it releases, you will no longer be able to buy the original and far cheaper version of Yakuza 0 on PlayStation, Xbox, or Steam.
I like how you have to mention far cheaper in there as well.
Well, Yakuza 0 on Steam is $11 right now.
Oh.
So, chat, if you want to, like, go pick it up before they delist it, you should go do that. I put the Steam link in chat.
Kind of funny.
But it is $11, so I would recommend doing that if you have any interest in playing the game before you get the changed version.
So if you buy it, are they gonna force you to no longer have it when?
No. So all delisting does is so you can no longer buy that version, which means you are forced to buy the newer version. If you buy it before it gets delisted, you have that version.
I see. Good to know.
Which not only means you have access to the more expensive and retcon version, but PS4 and Xbox One only users will have no way to get the game, as the new release is exclusively coming to PS5 and Xbox Series X and S. Oh, and your saves won't transfer between the two either. However, if you already have Yakuza 0, you are able to upgrade to the Director's Cut for $15, as opposed to $50. Meanwhile, Yakuza Kiwami 1 will have a $2 upgrade fee, and Kiwami 2 upgrades will be totally free. But you only have a week and change to pick up the original version of Yakuza 0 before it's gone forever. Sega has previously delisted titles for new editions, with the original Sonic releases being right before Sonic Origins released, and last year removing Sonic Generations from sale ahead of Sonic X Shadow Generations. Although the original
That's
Generations,
right.
the original.
I wonder if I.
Hmm?
Go ahead. I wonder if I have the original still for Sonic.
Oh, if you already have it, like that's
I
that's
do. I do still have the page.
it.
You just no. You can still buy Sonic.
So, well, that
Generations.
they go on to say that although the original Generations is still available through a bundle only on Steam, presumably as a favor to that game's rampant modding community, which would be ideal for this one too. But for one of the best
I
games of all
getcha.
time to get taken away from a console generation and only a version that many consider inferior to remain is a big blow to preservation. With that being said, Yakuza 0 is $11 now. I know. So I posted here. I forgot to do this here. I will link it again in chat. This will send it to both Twitch and YouTube, because it was set to YouTube only. But I highly recommend, if you are interested in playing Yakuza 0, just go pick it up right now on the Steam Black Friday sale.
Yes. By the way, tomorrow is Cyber Monday.
Yeah. Are you going to end up picking this up? I don't know if you will, but
No, I don't care.
I figured. But fair. Ugh. So I need water.
Oh, do you?
Okay. Shift Up released a chart showing that Stellar Blade is the best-selling PlayStation exclusive single-player PC launch in history.
Which is amazing.
Reached 192,000 peak concurrent players on Steam at launch, over 2.5 times more than the previous record. So here's the actual chart that they ended up releasing.
Yeah, I saw this chart. This was very hilarious.
Why not get on GOG? If you want to get it on GOG, you can absolutely get Yakuza 0 on GOG. But what I do have is the Steam link. And I know for a fact it is on sale on Steam. I don't know about other stores. But they actually do a list here. The Last of Us, I don't know if this is part 2, part 1, or both of them. But this is 37,000. Horizon Zero Dawn is 57,000. Spider-Man 1, or at least I assume Spider-Man 1, it also might be Spider-Man 2 and Miles Morales. We'll see. Is 66,000. God of War, this could also again be both God of War and God of War Ragnarok at 73,000. And Ghost of Tsushima at 77,000, with Stellar Blade being 192,000.
Okay.
So, Stellar Blade should be a key sign to Sony to maybe do more PC launches. Just a thought.
I find it funny, because it's kind of just showing that, like, well, I don't know now, considering how AI is going, but like showing that like so many of these games are doing good on PC, it should be like a sign that, hey, maybe release exclusively to PC. But now with everything that's going on with the PC market, I don't really know what to think.
Yep.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of worrying.
So I'm glad this did really well. Apparently, I don't have confirmation of this, which is why it's not in the docket. But I've heard rumors that Shift Up did announce a sequel to Stellar Blade recently. Ah, yes. So this is what the Titan Titans generally look like.
Okay.
If they did a Bloodborne port, I wonder what the numbers would be. Oh, if they did a Bloodborne port, this would be nothing. But that's the thing, is Sony knows that. And again, it baffles everyone why they haven't re-released Bloodborne.
Mm-hmm.
It really does feel like Sony just hates money.
Yep. I don't know.
But
I don't know.
if we want to talk about God of War, well, okay. You know what? Here, we mentioned Bloodborne. We'll talk about the spiritual successor to Bloodborne. The Dustbloods could be From Software's most ambitious game yet, according to Leak. The Dustbloods, being that it is a From Software joint and all that good stuff, it's certainly high up on our list of things we're very excited about arriving on Switch 2 in the near future. However, given that it's a multiplayer type deal in the same vein of the studio's divisive Elden Ring Night Rain, we understand that there's more trepidation surrounding it, or at least that's how it felt. Solo From Software efforts got a big thumbs up very quickly, it seems, but words like multiplayer or even online might make you feel it's not a full-fat adventure from the Dark Souls studio. Perhaps it's understandable, and yet, according to a new leak surrounding the game as reported by Vice, so take with a grain of salt, the Dustbloods has been cooking longer and having more consideration put into it than any of FromSoft's work thus far. The leak in question comes from a Chinese journalist who gained credibility after leaking correct Elden Ring info before it launched back in 2022. As translated by Zeostorm, they report that, from what I know, the Dustbloods was greenlit even earlier than the marketing period for Sekiro's release. It is the From Software title that has spent the longest time purely on gameplay prototyping and validation among all of their games so far. Although it's PvE and PvP, it reportedly contains many innovative elements the team themselves are very proud of. They go on to claim that the game sees Hidetaka Miyazaki on directing duties, lest you forget, could be more influential than the likes of Sekiro, which launched in 2019. And it's great. It's a great big red mark that it paints on baddies for you, so it seems as though there may very well be some big new mechanic at work here that we're yet to find out about as you get down and dirty as one of the game's vampire-flavored Dusksworn combatants. So here's the actual video, and they actually have a timestamp. But as to why it's been so quiet on the video front regarding, or on the news front regarding the game thus far, the same leaker says that all Elden Ring Night Rain DLC will be wrapped up, something which occurs on December 7th, before FromSoft turns their full attention to revving up their Duskblood engines. Oh, we're quite excited, actually. With no confirmed release date beyond 2026, plus not a whole lot of info about the PvPvE online adventure to sink our teeth into, and the Switch port of Elden Ring delayed into next year. Let's hope for a little pre-Christmas info drop, or even just a tease. So, I could believe this. I was really hesitant on, like, I was kind of excited about this game because it's so FromSoft. And FromSoft has definitely proven themselves to be a trustworthy studio.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people, I know myself included, I know you actually had your concerns about it too, when basically FromSoft said this is an extraction shooter, but not a shooter per se. It's like an extraction Souls-like.
That's quite the interesting. Interesting.
So we all had our concerns, but I will admit our creators has actually made me more perceptive to this.
Mm-hmm.
I know completely different studios, but our creators prides itself on the fact that its PvE is so good. And we know FromSoft can do PvE very, very, very well. And if this allows them to work on their netcode for PvP as well, which could be translated into future, like Dark Souls 4 as like a example here. I'm not saying they're doing Dark Souls 4. This is just an example. Or Elden Ring 2. This could be good in the long run. Again, I think a lot of people are actually coming up to being more and more excited about this game. It's just a Switch 2 exclusive is the problem here.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, I think if I had a Switch 2, I'd probably be more excited about this game because of our creators. It's just this game is going to flop. And it's no, I don't know if it's any fault of FromSoft themselves. Because this really does feel like a corporate decision and not like, oh, Nintendo handed them a bunch of money. Because Nintendo did fund the project.
Yes.
Probably because they
Alright.
knew what
Sure.
FromSoft truly meant. Like the name. So, we'll see. If I had a Switch 2, I'd play it and I would definitely stream it. But I don't have a Switch 2, so I'm not doing that.
Extraction slasher.
I mean, it's accurate. But I know we were talking about that because of this, because we mentioned Bloodborne, but I do also want to bring up the Geoff Keighley stuff. So, have you seen anything about this from Geoff Keighley?
I've heard that it's a couple of different things. Allegedly, what's it called? Doom related. Some people are saying it's not Doom related.
No, I can tell you right now it's not Doom related.
Okay.
What has people kind of up in a tizzy? So, I want to add some context to this. People were saying this one, and it's like, okay, like if you look at the armor here, it looks like the Kratos' armor in Ragnarok, and you see like the bear up here and all the undead and maybe like this crocodile or whatever. Fine, whatever. But then he went on to post this, which this is in New Mexico, and in fact, some people have actually seemed to have found out that this was actually close to where, in lore, Black Mesa was for Half-Life.
So you think it's Half-Life?
No, I do not. So people ended up finding out where this is because of this image. So it is actually right here, what they're showing. And we got an actual video of what this is. Someone actually went there and actually saw what this is. And it looks really, really cool, but upon further glance, some people have seemed to make the determination that this is Diablo-based.
Oh, is it Diablo?
A lot of people have come to the conclusion this is Diablo.
I thought Diablo was dead.
No. Originally, people were saying, like, could this be Elder Scrolls? Because it also kind of looks like an Oblivion Gate. Or something tied to the realms of Oblivion.
Yeah, I really don't know what this is. It looks weird. Like your people's weird anime. It looks weird, not gonna lie.
Yeah. So some people did think this could have been God of War. Because it has been a while since Ragnarok, and God of War is still very popular. So I don't see Sony dropping it anytime soon. But Diablo does seem to make the most sense here. The weird part about that is Blizzard typically does not announce anything unless it is at BlizzCon. But of course, they probably ever since being bought by Microsoft, probably forgoed waiting for all their big announcements for them. So some people have come to the conclusion that this is actually an expansion for Diablo 4.
Oh, okay. So it's not a new game; it's an expansion.
It's well, we don't know yet, but that seems to be the general consensus: is that this is tied to a DLC for Diablo 4.
Okay.
I was shown something though that might disprove this. I don't know. Thank you to Don Hotto in my Discord. We got this information, and apparently, an image from the Game Awards gala rehearsal has just been leaked, in which the trailer for the remake of the first God of War can be seen.
Okay.
So, this is weird, because the original assumption of what this was God of War based. And now we're hearing rumors that God of War is being
redone,
potentially remade.
Okay.
So I'm pretty much in between of it's either Diablo or it's God of War. I think Diablo makes a little more sense given the style it is. But I guess it could also be God of War.
No more remakes. Chat, we're getting nothing but remakes. All right.
Yeah, we're
Getting
in the
Minecraft 2, the remake.
We are in a remake era.
There's nothing original to be made. You know what really sucks about that? The next era, when they've already remade everything, what are they gonna make?
They're gonna remake everything again. I know I'm kidding, but you know I'm right.
I really.
The only boon here I could see is that it could be Christopher Judge playing Kratos in the remake. And admittedly, that would be kind of nice for consistency's sake. But
right.
Again, I don't mind remakes if they kept the remake to be an actual like 1-to-1. But remakes these days don't mean that. Remakes typically mean there's some sort of agenda pushed in. But we have also been seeing that these companies have been getting backlash for all the agenda-driven crap. So maybe it won't be.
Hopefully.
Please
Please shock Temp for that. We're already seeing that with Halo. I don't need that to be a trend.
I'm just saying.
I will shock Temp for you.
So who knows what this is? We'll find out soon though, because the Game Awards is very soon.
Look, 2 weeks away?
The Game Awards 2025 is on December 11th.
Yeah, 2 weeks away.
Oh wait, no.
Not this Thursday, but next Thursday.
Yes. Yeah, next Thursday. So, what I plan to do is I intend to stream the entire Game Awards.
I don't know what Mizu wants to do, but we'll figure it out.
Because that could be fun. Because I think reaction to the Game Awards could be really fun. It's content, and you get to hear our reactions to the shit show.
Mm-hmm. I just hope the landlords show up at the last minute.
Landlords.
I do appreciate that everybody loves that meme. It's one of my favorites.
Good.
That's one of my favorite ones, honestly.
So,
love me some Matan.
I want to bring this up because this is really relevant because we're about to have it release. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 star Matthew Lillard isn't picky, but I would love to be in Star Wars. If I could be Han Solo, that'd be incredible. So, as we know, Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is coming out fairly soon.
Uh-huh.
Probably, I think it's in the next week or two it's coming out. So
Okay.
we're basically in interview mode right now.
I think it's on the 5th.
Yeah, it's not very long. So,
Speaking of horror. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No,
finish first, and then I was just gonna say Stranger Things Part 1 of Season 5 came out.
Yes. I want to talk about my overall opinion of Stranger Things in general, but I'm going to wait till all of Season 5 is out before I watch it.
I have not seen it yet.
Because, don't get me wrong, I typically like watching like anime either all at once or like in batch cycles or in like week by week. But something like Stranger Things, I want it all to be out.
You can just get it over with.
Exactly. So I'm glad that Season 5 is releasing, but I'm going to be waiting till the beginning of next year to start watching. Because the series finale is coming out, I think, on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
So, Matthew Lillard is no stranger to iconic IPs, and he wants to visit a galaxy far, far away again next. Two things I've been saying for years. I want to be in the Star Wars universe desperately, and I want to work again with James Gunn. Lillard tells Games Radar Plus, I have that on my list. I'm friends with James Gunn. I don't know why he hasn't called me yet. If Star Wars called, I do care if I'm a stormtrooper. No. Sorry. Do I care if I'm a stormtrooper? No. I mean, I'd rather be a Luke Skywalker than a stormtrooper or a Han Solo. Oh my god, if I could be Han Solo, that'd be incredible. Lillard told fans earlier this year, while making an onstage appearance for the upcoming second season of Marvel's Daredevil Born Again, that he doesn't play a superhero in the show, but that he would love to play one in the DCU. As for Star Wars, the actor is a lifelong fan of the franchise, but doesn't exactly have George Lucas on speed dial. That's not really the
Which means that
Go ahead.
Which means that nothing's going to happen because he sounds passionate, which is what we want, but passionate people don't get to be in roles of importance, sadly.
Exactly. That's not really the privilege. I mean, it is for some people, right? I want this, and this is what I'm going to play, the actor explains. And there's 20 people in this industry that can dictate what they do next and when they do it. I'm not one of those people. And by virtue of the fact that I wait on bated breath for someone to offer me another job or for the privilege to audition for another job to get that job, that's my journey. I don't get the power of yes or no. I just get yes, please. Lillard has been having something of a career renaissance since having been cast in the live-action Five Nights at Freddy's film franchise as supervillain William Afton, though he's never fallen out of favor for us millennials since Five Nights at Freddy's dropped in 2023 and amassed $291 million at the global box office. Lillard has starred in Mike Flanagan's Stephen King's adaptation of The Life of Chuck and will play Principal Grail in Flanagan's upcoming Carrie TV series, reprise his iconic role of Stu Macher in Scream 7, and play a humble billionaire in Season 2 of Prime Video's hit drama Cross. The pop culture icon is currently filming Behemoth with Andor creator Tony Gilroy, so there may be some hope for Lillard's Star Wars dreams yet. FNAF 2 is set to hit theaters on December 5th. So, I mean, good for him. I mean, he's a good actor.
Yeah.
What I specifically remember him from is Hackers. Not even like the Scooby-Doo movies, but Hackers.
Yeah, but the Scooby-Doo movies was pretty good.
I never watched them. I never grew up with Scooby-Doo.
That's fair. They were good.
But on the note of Star Wars, why did that go to that one? No, you go to this one.
That was good ramen, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Next time, I'm gonna tell him I want chicken and not pork.
Fair. John
Pork is just
Boyega
too much for me.
wants to appear in the sequel to Star Wars parody Spaceballs. Let me make Spaceballs legit. So, Matthew Lillard wants to be in Star Wars, and John Boyega, who has basically told Disney to go fuck themselves, wants to be in Spaceballs.
I'm gonna be real. I kind of want to see it.
I hope he's in Spaceballs too. I really do.
I think he has the power to with the Schwartz.
I do too. Please make it like. God,
Make him a Jedi.
I don't want them to do like I'm forgetting the character's name. The Han Solo type character in Spaceballs.
I don't think they would cast him as that.
No.
Cast him
No,
as...
but I mean like, oh, you're the next in line or whatever. No, I don't want them to do that.
I see.
John Boyega may be done with Star Wars, but he wants to get involved with another sci-fi movie, although this one is admittedly a slight change of pace, Spaceballs 2. My phone hasn't rung yet, so I have come up here just to say it, Boyega said during an appearance at Dragon Con. They could pick up the phone and give me a call, let me make Spaceballs legit. The original Spaceballs movie, directed by Mel Brooks, was released in 1987 and stars Bill Pullman, John Candy, Rick Moranis, and Daphne Zuniga. Although it's primarily a Star Wars movie, the film also pokes fun at franchises like Star Trek and Transformers. The sci-fi comedy follows Pullman's heroic mercenary Lone Star and Barf, his alien sidekick played by Candy, as he rescues Zanuga's Princess Vespa from the evil Spaceballs led by Brooks and Moranis, or Scroob in Dark Helmet. Spaceballs 2 has been a long time. It's Boyega plays Stormtrooper. Yeah, it's a Nothing Burger article, but he just basically goes on to say he wants to be in Spaceballs 2.
I'd give him a chance. I don't think he would wokeify it, honestly.
No, I don't either. Mostly because he wanted to do Star Wars, and then Disney fucked him.
Yes.
And I'll be honest, I was very down for Finn being the main character.
I
And-
was too, because like, you know, from the very little I remember, I thought he did pretty good, and then like they literally just handed it to a woman.
They did. I
Screwed a black
actually,
man over for a woman.
I actually felt bad for him because like a lot of people call us racist now for like, oh my god, but you don't want Finn or Rey, so you're racist and you're sexist, and it's like, bitch, we loved Mace Windu, we loved Lando, and the way they propped up Finn to be the next main character of this next trilogy, I was all in. That was cool.
Yeah.
Like a stormtrooper turned Jedi. That sounds fun. I was
I
in for
agree.
that.
I agree.
But
Not Disney, it's the Chinese market. No, I know what you mean.
so he got fucked, and I would actually love for him to be in Spaceballs too, just to fuck with Disney.
Uh-huh.
But they won't do that because Mel Brooks is very much a leftist.
Is he really?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh no. When Biden was doing his when they were doing that election,
Okay.
he was very all in on Biden.
Oh, that sucks. I liked Mel Brooks.
Okay. So
Bless you.
we had Trench Crusade stuff come up.
This is the remake of 40K that's like woke, right?
This is a attempt at a sort of spiritual successor to Warhammer.
Yeah, and it is not going to succeed whatsoever.
No.
I'm hearing.
So we talked about it before on Dogwave. It's not doing well, and they have actively shat on their users and their players if like they want to stay on Twitter. They flat out moved to Blue Sky to mess with the chuds.
Uh-huh.
So not doing great so far. So I don't remember what convention this was at, but they were somewhere. And like right here, the Trench Crusade devs are as incompetent as GW, where they did a Warhammer is for everyone speedrun of we kicked them out with a vengeance statement, banning fans from their official Discord, and ditching the STL files for plastic overnight, and releasing a historically absurd map that made zero sense. At least GW's blunders stem from corporate greed and ignorant shareholders chasing profits. Trench Crusade's crew has no such excuse. They're just idiots making moronic choices.
Mm-hmm.
So right here, they actively say, mistake number 3, piss off some huge internet influencers. Many extremist influencers were attached to the project thinking it was about endorsing their views. We kicked them out with a vengeance. They set out to attack Trench Crusade as they have done to many games, films, and comics. With their huge reach and hundreds of thousands of followers, things looked grim. Oh. So they're talking about people like Arch or Marshall or...
Okay. Are they mentioning them by name?
No, they're not.
Okay.
But
Probably a good thing.
They're essentially kind of mentioning them here slightly without naming them. Because they have done their... Grums. Grums is also one that was very, very... a lot of people were also like very much in on the Trench Crusade. Because GW has been shitting the bed. And having something that was an actual contender to, be a decent replacement to some people. Like, people were kind of hoping Trench Crusade would end up being like the Pathfinder for Warhammer.
And then it shat the bed.
It shat the bed, exactly. Also saying there's no good and evil in Trench Crusade when there's literally about hell versus humanity, you dipstick. Yeah. So, they have doubled down on wokeism. They are fully on Blue Sky now. They have ditched STL files. They have told anyone who does not agree with their opinions to go fuck themselves. They have basically sped run the downfall of their company.
Oh. That's just kind of funny. Not gonna lie.
Can't mention their names. They still operate under Harry Potter rules like the good old millennials they are. Yep. They can't mention the names because if they do, that will... It's like saying Voldemort. Because that's what these people are to them.
Kind of hilarious to me.
So, it's insane.
It is insanely funny.
It shouldn't be happening, but, you know, here we are.
Oh, excuse me. My apologies.
Are you tired?
Just a little bit.
Okay. Then we will finish up with this. I know Akko talked about it today, but because it is my stream, I want to at least bring it up. You know, even shortly. NVIDIA is reportedly stopping supplying VRAM to GPU board partners amid memory shortage. Rumors claim vendors will receive only the die and must source memory themselves.
So, again, like we mentioned earlier, I don't really know what they think this is going to do for them. Because in the grand scheme of things, this is just going to lead to some company saying, all right, I'll just do it myself. And then they're going to do it themselves.
Yep.
Which is not really the
It's
the
still
place
going to be
you wanna be
expensive,
in.
though, because even though they have to source memory themselves, which theoretically could make things potentially cheaper, it will make things actually more expensive in the long term, I think. And because it still has the NVIDIA name attached to the product, nothing's really going to change here. It's just, you actually might see people dip out, though. Like these companies, like a few years ago, we had EVGA dip out from being a board partner.
Mm-hmm.
So EVGA just doesn't do GPUs anymore, period. And I would not be surprised at all if we started seeing more and more companies dip out as well. A few ones that come to mind, PNY, MSI, Asus, Gigabyte. Like, I don't think all of them are going to dip, but I do think quite a few of them might contemplate it. Because this is, like, if they have to source the memory themselves right now especially, that's going to be expensive.
Hmm.
And if they're not making that back, that's really bad for them. Because at least before, if NVIDIA was supplying the memory themselves, you know, yeah, they were making it and it still cost them a shitload of money. But now it's going to cost them even more. I don't know. We'll see what's here. But what this essentially means is at least NVIDIA cards are probably about to shoot up in price. Do not be surprised
Sadly.
if the 6090 ends up being like $4,000 to $5,000.
That really fucking sucks. But there really isn't anything you can do.
There isn't. There's one thing you can do. AMD.
Sure.
Again, I've said it. I've been saying it before. AMD is not innocent. They are in literally the same family as NVIDIA. But they are cheaper. And they are more reliable with their drivers.
I think, unfortunately, my next card is probably going to have to be an AMD.
Yeah.
Probably.
But the GPU market is collapsing right now as the consoles are continuing to shit the bed. Yep. Here's hope my 4070 Ti Super will last a good while. Oh, 4070 Ti Super? Yeah, you're fine. For a while. For a long while, still. You're good. But yeah, that's it.
That's it?
That's it.
You don't have any other stories?
Nothing big.
Nothing big?
Nothing big. I mean, there's one
we
here
can talk
about
for a couple minutes.
Mr. Beast has announced a partnership with the Rockefeller Foundation to reshape philanthropy. But that's all it says.
Really?
Yeah, here.
Really?
Oh, there we go.
Interesting.
Again,
I can't remember. That name sounds familiar, the Rockefellers. I don't know why. It just sounds familiar.
that's not how you spell foundation, brain.
Doc, I have the Warframe update. We haven't really talked about the Warframe update.
No.
That comes out on the 11th, I think.
I believe so. Which means we will probably talk about it very, very soon. Probably next week.
Yeah.
So, this is the Rockefeller Foundation. We make opportunity universal and sustainable.
They're philanthropists.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Philanthropists.
And Mr. Beast is gonna be working with them. Again, he's just another corpo at this point.
Well, sorry. I think my thing is he definitely started out not as a corpo, but he's definitely embraced it now.
Oh yeah.
And when you look at who owns him, kind of sad, honestly. I don't know. I do think when he started out, he was normal, but
He started out normal, but now he's not. He's too big for that. He has gone past the days of Ninja. Ninja was the previous Mr. Beast.
I don't know.
It's just Mr. Beast shot up because of what he specifically does.
Yeah. I think he shot up because he's safe, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He's very safe.
Yeah.
I don't know, I really don't got nothing else to say other than that. It's just
Well, that's the thing is, like, what is there to say about with this?
I don't know. I guess I'm still waiting for real life Hunger Games that's dangerous.
Yeah.
I still think Jimmy was AstroTurf from the beginning. I don't think from the beginning. I think it like got there eventually though.
No, yeah.
That's just me.
And then I guess we have a new Dead Rising game in development, but that's a rumor. Again, without confirmation or at least something to back this up, there's not really much to talk about here. Though to be fair, we did talk about the Destiny 3 leak, so. But this is weird. But you know what? Even with the Monster Hunter Wild stuff, Capcom has been doing really well for themselves. So, maybe.
Oh my goodness, did you want to talk about Plex for a moment?
Oh yeah, we had the Plex stuff. I forgot all about the Plex stuff. Thank you for that reminder. Plex's crackdown on free remote streaming access starts this week. Plex is starting to enforce its new rules, which prevent users from remotely accessing a personal media server without a subscription fee. Previously, people outside of a server owner's network could access the owner's media library through Plex for free. Under the new rules announced in March, a server owner needs to have a Plex Pass subscription, which starts at $7 per month, to grant users remote access to their server. Alternatively, someone can remote access another person's Plex server by buying their own Plex Pass or Remote Watch Pass, which is a subscription with fewer features than a Plex Pass. God, excuse me. And that Plex started selling in April for a $2 a month starting fee. Plex's new rules took effect on April 29th, according to the recent Plex forums posted by a Plex employee that How to Geek spotted today. The changes are rolling out this week, with a subscription being required for people using Plex's Roku OS app for remote access. The Plex employee added, this requirement change for remote streaming will come to all other Plex TV apps, Fire TV, Apple TV, Android TV, etc., and any third-party clients using the API to offer remote streaming in 2026. Plex started as a Mac port of the Xbox Media Center project in 2009 before evolving into a media server company and more recently a streaming service provider. Its new remote access rules will be a test for the company, which has been challenging longtime users, with numerous changes over the past year, including a Plex Pass price hike, a foray into renting out officially licensed movies, and the introduction of social features and a mobile app redesign. Plex has previously emphasized its need to keep up with rising costs, which include providing support for many different devices and codecs, It has also said that it needs money to implement new features, including integration with Common Sense Media, a new bespoke server management app for managing server users, and an open and documented API for server integrations, including custom metadata agents per a March blog post. In January 2024, TechCrunch reported that Plex was nearing profitability and raised $40 million in funding. Plex raised a $50 million growth equity round in 2021. Theoretically, the new remote access rules can also increase subscription revenue and help Plex's backers see return on their investments. However, Plex's evolution could isolate longtime users who have relied on Plex as a media server for years, and those who aren't interested in subscriptions, fast, ad-free supported streaming TV channels, or renting movies. Plex is unlikely to give up on its streaming business, though in 2023, Plex's then vice president of marketing said that Plex had more people using its online streaming service than using its media service or server features since 2022. For people seeking alternative server or software packages more squarely focused on media hosting, Plex's alternative like Jellyfin increasingly look attractive.
Yeah, I have heard a lot of people going over to Jellyfin.
I have too. And this is not good.
No. I mean, like, they were going to have to make money eventually, but, like...
Yeah, they were. But charging users, even, like, for those who use their own stuff, is bad.
No, I agree.
Like, having an upfront cost of, like, you know, you got to pay for a certain thing is fine. But having a subscription fee tied to that, if you just want to use your own shit, is like, but why? It's stupid. Oh boy, a new Danganronpa game? I know Wait, there's a new Danganronpa game? What? Hold on.
No,
oh, Dead Rising. Sorry, Dead Rising. I saw DR, my brain went Danganronpa.
Fuck no. You know who would be all over it if there was a new Danganronpa game.
I do. Yeah. Yeah, I do. Oh, okay. That is actually everything in our docket now. Thank you for the reminder of the Plex thing. I meant to talk about that and I completely spaced on it.
All right.
I was going to ask you if you talked about the Destiny 3 leak. That was at the beginning of the stream. If you want to hear our thoughts to that, you should rewind at the beginning of the stream.
Yeah. Other than that, what are you doing this week?
So Wednesday, I don't know quite what we're doing. We'll figure it out. It is a gaming night, but that's it.
I think that's a non...
We're not doing grounded this week.
Yeah, it's a non-grounded week.
Maybe we'll do more Arc Raiders. Maybe we'll do something else. We'll figure it out. Friday, I'm doing a Arc Raiders collaboration with Marshall Bohemond.
Oh, he asked you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Saturday is more Abiotic Factor with Magma, and then of course Sunday is Dogwave.
Fun.
What are you doing next week?
Well, it kind of depends on if I start work soon, but the plan is to proceed as normal. I am like going to hunker down and work on this Cinder video because I do want to get it done soon.
Good.
So either tomorrow or Tuesday, I'm going to start working on that again.
Understood.
I'd like to start getting it out.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, send people to
Mizu. Sending people to Mizu, actually, yes.
Yeah.
Chat, I'm going to send you all to Mizu. Thank you all so much for coming out, chat. If you like the content I produce, I would greatly appreciate it if you'll have to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, join the Discord. Actually, you can't join the Discord right now. I'm actually currently doing maintenance on it, so I've locked it down for maintenance reasons. But I will let you all know when it's open up again. But you should follow me on Twitter, and you should subscribe to the channel. We're actually rapidly closing on 700 subs, so any support is greatly appreciated. At 1,000 subs, we are actually doing a Sonic Character Smash Your Pass tier list. So if you want to see that, you should sub to the channel. Otherwise, chat, I'm going to send you all over to Mizu. You all have a good night, and I will see you all on Wednesday.
Whoa.
Or sooner if Aqua streams and I'm on there. All right, chat, you have a good night.
I might not stream tomorrow, but it might definitely be Wednesday. We'll see.
Yeah. All right, chat, I will see you all on Wednesday. You all have a good night. Goodbye. Actually, wait, no. Here, I
Bye.
actually need to send you to Mizu on YouTube. Here. All right. Now I'm leaving. Night chat.